You've been training for months, sometimes years, and you still feel that horrible sensation of slumped shoulders, a stiff neck, and a posture that seems to scream weakness every time you pass a mirror. You work your chest, your back, your shoulders, but the trapezius, that huge muscle that runs from your neck to the middle of your back, just sits there, abandoned, crying out for help. And the worst part is, you've probably already tried training it. You did dumbbell shrugs, did a few reps, felt little effect, gave up thinking it wasn't that important. It's not your fault. Most training content treats the trapezius as an accessory, as if it were a cosmetic detail. It's not. The problem is that you haven't received the right information about what this muscle actually does for your body. The trapezius muscle isn't just about aesthetics. It's about posture, cervical protection, and performance in almost every weight-bearing exercise. Today, you'll discover 5 physiological and practical reasons that will completely change how you see this muscle. And the last item is the most ignored by 9 out of 10 people who train, and it's probably what's sabotaging your results right now. First, the cervical shield. You're leaving unarmed. Most people with neck pain don't have a problem with their cervical spine. They have weak trapezius muscles. The upper trapezius is the main stabilizer of vertebrae C1 to C7, the 7 vertebrae of the neck. When it is weak or shortened, the daily load from the computer to the cell phone falls directly on the joints without cushioning. Research published in the Journal of Electromyography and Kinesiology showed that individuals with strengthened upper trapezius muscles have 40% fewer episodes of chronic neck pain. Start with slow, controlled shoulder shrugs, holding for 2 seconds at the top. 3 sets of 15 already make a difference in the first week. Your neck will silently thank you until the day you realize the pain is gone. Second, the posture activator that no supplement can replace. Drooping shoulders aren't a genetic quirk. It's a sign of inactive middle and lower trapezius muscles. When these fibers are weak, the shoulder rolls forward, the chest closes, and you look smaller than you are, regardless of how much muscle you have. The mechanism is simple. The middle trapezius retracts the scapula, pulling the shoulder back and down. Without this work, the pectoralis major and anterior deltoid dominate and unbalance the entire chain. Do low cable rows with a pronated grip, focusing on squeezing your scapula at the end of the movement. 2 seconds of contraction at the peak. Do this for 21 days, and you'll see the difference before anyone else notices. Posture can't be bought, it's trained. Third, the force multiplier. That's holding back. Your bench press and shoulder press. Have you ever hit a plateau in the bench press or overhead press and wondered why? The lower trapezius is responsible for scapular depression and rotation during overhead pushing movements. When it's weak, the scapula doesn't move properly, the rotator cuff becomes overloaded, and the force simply doesn't transfer to the bar. It's like trying to run with the handbrake on. A study in strength and conditioning research showed that athletes with strengthened lower trapezius muscles increased their overhead press load by up to 12% in 8 weeks without changing anything else in their training. Include Y raises and T raises with light weights in your warm-up. 5 slow repetitions of each. That's it. The plateau that was holding you back starts to give way. Strength doesn't disappear, it was just blocked. If you've made it this far and recognized any of these signs in your own training, you need to know one thing. There's a complete system that combines exactly that. Body training with real strategy, neuroscience applied to personal development, and a methodology that transforms results into permanent habits. It's called the White Protocol. It's not for those looking for cheap motivation or shortcuts. It's for those who are truly focused on building a functional body, a sharp mind, and a life with real meaning. You learn from beginner to advanced how to develop a gladiator physique in real life, with simple and proven strategies, and you also master behavioral psychology techniques to maximize all your results inside and outside the gym. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. Go there and see if it's for you. Room, the voltage regulator your body is screaming for. Chronically tense trapezius muscles are not a sign of strong muscles. They're a sign of overworked and poorly trained muscles. When you don't actively and progressively train your trapezius, it enters a state called compensatory hyperactivity. Basically, it tries to do the work that should be shared with other muscles and locks up. That's why you get that rock-like feeling in your shoulder at the end of the day. The solution isn't endless massage. It's strengthening and mobilizing at the same time. Alternate strengthening sets with resistance bands with active neck stretches. Lateral tilt, holding for 30 seconds. Do this after each workout. Chronic tension begins to decrease in days, not weeks. Constant tension is weakness disguised as effort. Fifth, the visual sign of health that no one else told you about. This is what most people ignore. Well-developed trapezius muscles completely alter the visual perception of your physique, even without gaining weight or losing fat. They create the famous neck-to-shoulder transition that makes anyone look more athletic, imposing, and healthier. From a hormonal standpoint, social perception studies show that silhouettes with visible trapezius muscle development are associated with greater social dominance and physical ability. It's not vanity, it's evolutionary biology. The practical instruction. Add farmer's carry, walking while carrying weight in each hand, to the end of your workout. 30 meters per set, 3 sets. Simple, brutal, and effective. Your trapezius will react in weeks, and people will notice before you do. Now, tell me in the comments, which of these 5 will you try first in your next workout? Write it down below. I want to know where you are now. And if you want to continue building a high-level body and mind, the video that's appearing on the screen now is the right next step for you. Don't skip it.